Always a new approach to landing my fat self on this chair. I was actually reluctant to make this video about cancel culture. I always try to sum things down or get past all the nonsense that people put forward to get to the esse, or to the essence of what something is. And the esse of cancel culture is extremely simple. Now that everybody basically in the entire world is like living at home, and they actually have been long before the nonsense of 2020 came along, we've all gravitated towards the people and the things that we like. We don't like to be irritated. We don't like to be challenged. I hate to say this, but the entire world has basically become a soy boy, a pajama boy, and we got extra sensitive skin. Thin skin is really, really thin. And this is not about like being a testosterone-filled tough person, who could chew nails for breakfast. I'm not talking or actually forwarding that. Everybody's literally turned into a thin-skinned intellectual inferior, unfortunately. We all are living on our own little nutshell, and the only people that will let into our nutshell or visit other nutshells is stuff exactly like the nonsense. And you've noticed this too, even if you hate me, this is what everybody has formed into a bizarre little clique. These strange little parallel universes of nonsense. Kind of like these, as an example, these lunatic rioters in Portland and whatnot. I heard yesterday that these same people that were telling everybody to defund the police, someone grabbed somebody's something another and was running away with it. I don't know what it was. And the defund the police people were all yelling, "Call the police!" It's like, aren't you the people that... but, they're illogical and nonsensical, but I'm actually not going after them. I'm going after all these people that have now formed into little cliques. These little strange little universes where we have really thin skin. We all want to believe in our own little special variety of nonsense, and the only people we'll let in are people that believe in our own special variety of nonsense. And these people always consume each other. But cancel culture is basically an enormous group of intellectually unevolved people that can't stand to be challenged. Now, I have been debating for decades. Decades I've been debating, because I translate ancient Pali and Greek, and I'll debate with these no-soul people. These people that think the term, and I'm the world's foremost expert. There's nobody that knows more about this in the world than I do. The term anatta. Anatta, for example, is never used pejoratively. This is not the soul, that is not the soul. It's a common Indian via negativa, neti, apophatic methodology for subjective synthesis. In other words, drawing yourself away from objective reality. And objective reality is actually unreality, but that's a matter for another discussion. These people of cancel culture, and they're not only entities, they're groups, and also too, businesses. I bet you could guess which businesses I might be alluding to right now. Like large internet businesses that like to completely wipe people off the face of the earth because they don't like what they're saying. They can be completely truthful and completely wholehearted, stating facts, and they're just wiped off the face of the earth. I bet you can name a few channels that were wiped away recently too. Yeah? So, is cowardice incapable of defending their own weak beliefs? You might believe in some sort of really, and I never care what people believe. The words that always follow after the words I believe are always nonsense. I believe, do you believe like I believe? I believe. And since you don't believe like I believe that I'm gonna do this to you. You don't believe what I believe, boy. And debate doesn't mean argumentation. as someone that's debated people for decades, calmly and rationally, it's like, well, this is completely untrue because passage XYZ said, and the manner in which anatta is used, for example, is only used in this fashion. I know all 576 occurrences in the Nicaea. I will debate, and that burns them up. It literally burns their backside. It burns them. And what they'll do is, instead of trying to, and then they can never defeat you, what they'll do is they'll just cancel you. They'll just wipe you away. It's like, how can I get rid of this person? I don't like what they're saying. Ah! I don't like it. Oh my God, this person's saying stuff I don't believe in. He's being perfectly logical. And he's giving me citations and lie. But I don't like it because I believe in some sort of craziness. That's what cancel culture is. They're people that are intellectually unevolved. They don't like being... Their skin is paper thin. Yeah, I'm using this figuratively, right? Also, too, tyranny's first step, and that's what it is. Cancel culture is tyranny. But before I say this, though, let me first state an ancient passage said, there's two things that will never stay hidden for long: the sun and the truth. But tyranny's first step is always to silence free speech. The next step, when it comes to governments, is to remove your capacity to own lead spitters. I don't know if you know what a lead spitter is, but I'm saying it because somebody's always listening, right? You know what a lead spitter is, yeah. Tyranny's first step, and if you look through history, you'll find that this is the case. Germany in the 1940s, all sorts of places in the world. First step is always to shut your mouth, make you shut your mouth. And if you're saying stuff, they'll silence you one way, or another way. And the other way is to wipe your presence off of the interwebs. That's right. That's tyranny. And tyranny's first step is always to shut you up. Or me. Or anybody. Yeah? That is what, when we say cancel culture, what we're really talking about is tyranny. But tyranny's first step is always to shut you up. And the second step, always the second step, is to take away your ability to own a lead spitter. Yeah? Because when you have a lead spitter, it's not just for self-protection, it's to protect yourself against tyranny. That's the reason why the amendment number 2 is there here in the United States. It's less about self-protection. Well, it's really about self-protection. It's about protecting yourself against tyranny. Because there's one thing that old Adolf and Pol Pot and Mao loved, is that they did not want any of their citizens to have lead spitters. But that's on another topic. So cancel culture. Cancel culture is a type of tyranny. It's just another name for tyranny. It's people that are intellectually unevolved. Sorry, I'm still sleepy. I exercised my guts out yesterday and I overdid it. I feel kind of sleepy. It's people that are intellectually unevolved. What they are is a type of cowardice, incapable of defending their silly little weak belief systems. That's what tyranny is. I don't want to hear you saying stuff that's intelligent and logical. I believe in this. The whole world has always been like that and always will be. This existence is full of a lot of less than wholesome people that will not have it when you say stuff that's logical, intelligent, and rational. They will not have it. How dare you tell the truth? How dare you contradict, my silly little unevolved, nonsensical belief systems? How dare you? That's really what it is. That's all cancel culture is tyranny. Because me and my friends that, whatever you think of me, unintelligent is not something you're going to, apply to me. We've been debating these people because I am an expert in poly. And I said, on that one topic, and that one topic is just one example. We debated people for decades on the internet. These people, instead of trying to, because they'll never win because they don't have the backing. You know, there's nothing that backs up their silly little beliefs. Nothing. Instead of trying to debate you, which they know they would never win at, subliminally, they know they can't win. So what they'll do is they'll just, well, how can I get him wiped off this bulletin board? How can I get him removed from the internet? I got to shut this guy up. Ah! That is what they want. When they know that their weak, silly beliefs have no foundation, you know, it's just based in nonsense. Rather than, because they're not truth seekers. What's ultimately behind tyranny and cancel culture is that these people are not truth seekers. The secret that they were never taught in high school or college is this. Are you ready for this secret? This is a big secret. Someone that's a truth seeker, listen closely because this is really important. A truth seeker is so awesome because they know this, and I bet you don't know this. If they believe in XYZ, you know, about the universe, about whatever, and if they're a truth seeker, when they debate others, and debate is not argumentation, like, yeah, when they debate others, if they're proven right, then that means that they're happy because they're on the right path. It's like, yes, you know, this is true. Well, I debate logic and facts and wisdom, and, you know, I'm on the right path. If, however, they believe in something nonsensical, yeah? What we call, the ancients would call it a left-hand path. Yeah, left-hand path. And they debate others, and really, really wise people convince them via facts, logic, and wisdom that they're on the wrong path. If they're a truth seeker, and then they're directed on the right path, they are also happy because it has the same result. If you debate and you're proven right, you're on the right path. If you debate and you follow the rules of logical, intelligent, wise debate, you're proven wrong, that directs you to the right path. So either way, you are directed towards the correct path. And that makes a truth seeker not only one of the rarest creatures, but the person that will always benefit the most. I said most. Benefit. I'm really tired because I exercised a lot yesterday. I mean, I sweated my guts out. Will benefit a truth seeker the most. And others who are not like that, they do not evolve spiritually and via wisdom. They do not, because they live in their own little nutshell. And if you tell them that their little nutshell is just a fantasy of nonsense, then they will exercise their cancel culture. They will exercise their cancel culture. They will exercise their tyranny to shut you up. Rather than hear the truth, they would rather live in the nutshell of their own incredible nescience. There's a great word that we should return to common English usage. Man, I can't speak today. I'm so tired. Nescience. I was really exhausted. I mean, I must have sweated like 2 gallons of sweat yesterday. So that's why I seem a little lit. I've had some caffeine today, combined with the fact that I exercised too much yesterday. Anyway, I hope you like this video. If you do, any donations are always kindly welcome, because I don't sell anything and I have no affiliate links. And I spend a lot of time answering emails and comments, so anything is always greatly welcome. Thank you so much. Lux Veritas. Goodbye.